This is the login page where workers will not only punch in and out for the shift, but log into production jobs. You can see here that we have several workers already logged in and working. When an employee is ready to clock in for the shift, they'll click here on the time clock. This window opens, and here they will enter their username and password. This screen functions much like a time clock where they will log in and out for the shift. Once they've entered their information, they'll click on Login. Once the login is complete, the employee's name will show here on the main screen, and that employee can now use their personal time clock to punch in to accrue time on jobs. The employee can start to enter the job number selected from the drop-down list, add the activity, sub-activity, and enter their password before pressing the login button. Once the login process is complete, we see now that Phil is working on job 0045 at the cutter. It's easy to start a second job simply by clicking on the login button once again and repeating the process you've just seen. He will now show as having 2 jobs. Next, I'll talk about the 5 icons you see to the right of each job. I've removed a few of the employee entries to make it easier to see what we're doing here as we proceed with these icons. The first icon, the double green bars, allows an employee to pause an activity. In other words, no time is being accrued against that particular activity. Clicking on the bars opens up this screen where the employee will enter their password and then hit the suspend button. The green arrow indicates that the activity is paused. To resume activity, click on the green arrow, enter the password, and click on resume. And once again, activity is being recorded. The second icon allows the employee to switch a sub-activity. To do so, click on the icon, change the sub-activity, enter the password, and click on switch. The activity has now been switched from running to cleanup. Let's skip over to the third one for now. Go to the fourth icon. We can create a note. Simply click on it. It opens up a dialog window where the note can be entered. Click Save. The last icon allows us to charge material. Click on it. Click on Add Inventory. Select the inventory item from the list. Let's go with these envelopes. Enter a quantity. Click Save. Okay, let's come back to the third icon. You can see here this is for ending activity. Click on it. This is the screen that opens up. The password will need to be entered. The employee does have the opportunity to move the job to a new location. In this case, let's just say it's completed. And enter inventory item. Click on the button. Let's throw in some big paper there. 10 sheets, he needed it for something or other. And if the activity is finished, click here. Now, this will log the employee out of the activity as well as any sub-activities that the employee is currently logged on to. So it's just a matter of then clicking on Clock Out. Tim's activity box has collapsed. That means that now Tim is just logged on for the shift, not accruing any time against a particular job. At the end of the shift, all that's necessary is to click on the individual's clock out button, enter a password, and say clock out. And now from the completely collapsed box, we know that Tim is clocked out of all activities as well as having punched out for the shift.